Hi everyone, it's Athena and welcome back. It's Monday, the 6th of July, 2020. All right, let's get a collective reading. So what's the message today? The message is that the trauma that we have undergone can also, through our ancestral lineage, right? Traumas of our childhood based upon how our parents raised us, their parents raised them, and so on and etc., right? That trauma, not only have we taken it upon ourselves to use that trauma as tools to learn by and grow from, but also understand that most importantly, once we heal that trauma, we are giving back to them and healing all of that, our heritage and beyond. So we have that power, so to speak, to do that. Once we can heal within our own selves, we take on that trauma, right, to learn from, to grow from, and then to heal from. I know I've mentioned it before, but it's the message today. Okay, one more shuffle and then we'll start. Family healing is like so important, but it's such a wider span of what our conceptual knowledge is of that. It goes on and on. It's infinite, right? It's infinite. All right, let's go. Let's see what's happening today. All right, well, the Chariot reversed. This could be not heeding the call. That was my first take on this card when I picked it up. It's not heeding the call to the spiritual guidance that you're being given. It's kind of like going against the grain, right? This is the Chariot. This is Archangel Michael, any of the angels that guide us to like possibilities and life, going into and being guided into life circumstances, right? And when it's reversed, it means that we're not going with the guidance that is being given, or we may not understand it. Let's just see how this goes. It also could mean car issues, car problems. Chariot is the way we move forward, right? Oh, well, here's why. Okay, so we can't move forward. We're not heeding the guidance because of the past, or I'm sorry, that's not, the Seven of Swords is looking to the future. So the reason why we can't move forward is because we're taking with us some of, like, it's kind of like the injustices that have happened to us, and that's what's holding us back. Like he's looking back, so he can't move forward, right? So that makes sense. At this point, as we look at this, he's looking back, even though the next card will show us what he's looking at, but that's why we can't move forward, because you're still focused on who hurt you, who deceived you, and could be what I just said, right? The ancestral, the troubled childhood, maybe the lies and deceit that you dealt with parents, grandparents, step-parents, anyone who raised you, anyone that came, the things that we tell. Sometimes this could be not being told for a good reason that we don't quite understand, right? So you have to take into account every angle of that Seven of Swords right now as it meets the Chariot reversed. This could be a blessing in disguise. This could be, just wait a second. We have 2 sevens here. One's reversed and one's upright, right? Okay, so that makes a huge difference here in what's going on. So let's get the next card, because that's really going to dictate the storyline. Oh, shocking. Shocking that it's about love. All right. But is it love that we've been accustomed to, right? Is this love the reason we can't, we want to move forward, but we can't, we're trying, okay, we're not heeding the call because of past lies, deception, and manipulation of where we've been, how we've grown up, how we've dealt with people that have in our path lied to us on our journey. So this Chariot, being a Cancer card of all things, is reversed because we are not ready right now. We're not ready to get in that chariot and follow the call. We need to come to terms with this right here. It's huge. It's also not loving self enough, or self-deception. Self-deception. It could also be you're deceiving yourself. Therefore, you are not heeding the call from the universe. This is self-love. And this could be the past or deceiving self. All right? Like with what you grew up thinking love looks like, etc. Okay? We all have a different perception of what love looks like. And this is where the universe is going to come in. All right? And show us that this is here is the end of the road, in terms of we've reached the end of, and a very much a pinnacle of life experiences that have withheld you from allowing to move forward. This has been the crusp of the situation, is the Seven of Swords in love, is all of the lies, deception, and self-defeating behaviors and things that we grew up believing. I mean, we see that now today, right? In the world, don't we? We see the deception that has taken place with all of that. I won't go into that, because what you see externally is in actuality things that readers are trying to guide you toward the understanding, as well as within your own life. All these third parties and all this, who's doing what to who, and lying, cheating, stealing, all that's trauma. So the trauma now is ending. The universe is coming in to say, we have now been reborn into a new way of, we need to move forward now. This needs to end. And it will, because the universe just said there's it's the end of thinking the worst could happen in love, thinking that we're not good enough, thinking that we can't change the ways that we grew up with, and that we don't have the power. That's changing, because the universe is saying, we have the power, we have the knowledge within, we have everything we need right here, and we're going to fly. We're going to take these wings. She doesn't really have wings, but we're flying. She's in the air. This is an angel saying, you need to see what's causing you not to move forward in love. Now do you see it? Do you understand that there needed to be clear understanding of what is being brought to your attention? Right? looking at things from a whole different angle is what's going on today in the world. Our eyes have been opened. We are now quite aware of the deception, the lies, the deceit, manipulations of out there. Now we see it, how it affects us in here, in our hearts. And now we see how this is going to end, as we can see. It's ending. The world has now opened its eyes to a new understanding. And this cannot be continue. This has been going on for centuries, since the beginning of time, right? All the out there stuff that we won't talk about. Why has it been going on? Because that's the way of the world. This is the only way we know the world. You know, in some ways, our personal lives have always been tainted with trauma and wounds that you think you don't have the power to overcome, but guess what? We do. And we will not consent to anything else but the truth. That's very important. And that's in not only out in the world, but it's also here, right here as I speak with you. We are no longer going to consent to anything except the truth and the love that it brings. And that's all we're going to consent to. And then the chariot will reverse itself. Okay. So that's what universe wants us to know, that. Do not consent to, if you have to protest, go protest. If you want to put it on social media, do it. Because the truth sets us free. And not adhering to the manipulation and lies that have been going on through our history now, in terms of those who have gone before us. All right. That was important. Yeah. Nothing but the truth, you guys. Do not accept any false promises, false anything. It's reversed for a reason. You have to come to terms with your own truth. And it starts with your own life. If you're single or if you're married or whatever it is, it makes no difference. The message is the same. Accept nothing but the truth in love. The world is changing. The times are changing. I'm serious. This is reversed, you guys. It should have been upright. It's not. So that means people are like, don't be fooled by these people. They want these swords really bad. Family, friends, acquaintances, the world, the political field, right? All of that stuff. It starts with you not consenting to anything else but the truth when it comes to love on every aspect, every angle. Spirit wants to guide you, but right now, people are accepting the lies that they read on social media. They're accepting they're accepting that you got to stand up for yourself, right? In whatever way that means. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't want that karma. That karma is not on me. I know where my truth lies. And I know that what needs to come to an end is accepting the lies and deception and manipulation that is being fed into you from sometimes from our nearest and dearest. Seriously. I mean, come on. Don't we know that? So now it's time to stand up and be recognized for your truth. Speak it, breathe it. The crown is up here. The crown is up here, not down here. You must not accept anything else but the truth. You must see the written word as the truth. If you're reading something and it's not you're like, what the shit is this? Then it's not for you. If you're reading discernment, this is discernment. If someone's telling you they've changed, get more information. Get the facts, get the paperwork, get it in writing. I don't know. You have to be discerning about what you see, not only going on in the world, but also in your own life and in your love life. You have to get real. You have to get real. Is this you? Are you putting up with nonsense because that's the only thing you know? We all have it. We've grown up with it. So now it's time to change. It's time to see the world through different lenses, and we are. Are we not? But don't see it through something that can't be changed. We are powerful souls here. See that? So forgive everyone that has lied, deceived, cheated, steal, whatever they've done. In order to forgive, in order to love again. Start over. Here's starting over with a true heart, an intuitive heart, nonetheless. So starting over, it's important. Be this fish that jumps out of this cup that says, wait a second. I'm not sure I believe what you're saying. See that? Look he's telling the fish something. He's talking to that fish. And the fish is like, hey, I wasn't born yesterday. Or is this a forgiveness and a loving gesture? Is it kind and loving? Do you feel good when you listen to someone speak? When someone's talking to you, do you believe what they're saying? Or are you just saying, or are you thinking to yourself, this is questionable? Discernment, seriously, my friends, it's all about discerning. Take one step at a time. There it is. Take one step at a time and work on yourself, and then you'll see everything changes in your world. Work on yourself. Work on the love that you give others. Work on the truth, or do you speak your truth? That's the question. Are you kidding yourself in certain situations that have ended? Certain life cycles that are ending because the new is coming in, and the new is required for us, right? Look, I'll just show you. The 3 cards here, this is why Spirit, we're not following the guidance from Spirit, right? Here it is. It's because we have put up with and not spoken up about what love means to us from the world that we see it as we know it. This is not just about the events going on today. It's in life in general. It's what we've brought. This is like all we've known. This is all we've known about love. Right? As we see the truth being exposed. And in our lives too, right? Who was stealing from who in the family? Who was lying to who as our best friends? Who was sleeping with, I can't tell you how many, and I don't know why I'm bringing it up, but it must be happening. Sleeping with their best friend's sister or brother or, neighbor. Right? It's like your BFF that you never thought would steal your guy and did. That kind of shit, right? Believing that someone doesn't have the money to pay you, but they really do. On an emotional level, on a level of love, what is changing is this. We cannot continue this at all. It has to end. It's the world. So all this crap that people are trying to dish out does not come from heart center. Here. But then you look at the next 3 cards and you say, okay, so I need to forgive the people that have lied to me, have cheated and stolen and told me one thing and meant another. Why did they do that? They must have done it for a reason. So you need to dig deep. You need to see things in writing. You need to speak your own truth, because it starts with you. And forgive. And look at things from a sense of discerning, and work on learning about discernment. You have to be honest with yourself about what has come before you, and now how you're going to work towards gaining your own truth and that of others. I mean, seriously, it starts with us. It starts with our families. It starts with our friends, the people we are involved in, encircled. Look at the circle of your friendships. Look at the circle of your families, and look at each one and assess where these, and discern where this all started from, where all the deceit. And if you don't want to do the work, then you will not ever see the difference that this reading is powerful. The cycle has to end. The cycle is ending. He's reversed. The decision's been made to move forward and work hard on what it means to really find forgiveness and speak your truth. And if you don't feel like someone's coming to you with the true facts of love, are they professing their love, but you're not feeling it because you don't, are you not trusting it because of the past? You have to figure it out, right? So the cycles are ending with the World and the Two of Pentacles reversed. It's a new day. The new day is dawning now for us. Yeah, it's Judgment Day. People who have done the Seven of Swords to us time and time again are being given their karma. And we know this. If you know anything about the astrological signs right now, with Saturn, Capricorn ruling Saturn, and being back home and in Saturn, in its home base, that speaks volumes to those who are receiving their due Judgment Day. This is where God steps in, the angels step in and say, okay, so who have you lied to? Who have you deceived? Who have you not spoken your honest to goodness truth? Where do you fall in this situation? And on the reciprocating, being the recipient of this, that's what I meant. The recipient of these lies, deception, deceit, manipulation, comes Judgment Day. Because whoever was dishing it out is there, that's stopping. The world with this is done. We're done with this. We're done listening to people trying to tell us one thing, and we know better. We now know better, right? So we're working on figuring out and discerning what love and forgiveness is really about. We're working diligently on starting anew for us, right? A new place, a new way of looking at it, so that this can turn around. So the key is to work on discerning what that means to you and the people that you have had spiritually, your ancestors, our parents, our grandparents. Again, this is all about, it's Judgment Day now. Saturn is coming to not judge you, but Saturn is the lessons, the karmic lessons that one has to, you might see, which I'm going to say you will see. You will see many people who are suffering right now is because of what karma they're enduring because of the lies and deception that they told others. And that is all from your insides to the outside world. From your heart to the outside world. It's on a global scale. But it starts with you seeing it from your own family and friends and such, and what's happened in your life. It's the things that we have been raised to believe, right? And now what's happening? The truth is taming the fears and all that stuff. We're being tamed. We are in control. We are empowered here. That's what this card is. You are empowered to take hold of that lion and say, wait a second. I'm taming my own self and my own, I need to discern my own life with my power. I have the power to do it. And so do you. That's what it's saying. You have the power within to see what has gone on for the last, since the beginning of time. We're all given the power to tame that beast inside, and we will. We will celebrate this. We will embrace this. We will see the world with different eyes, because now our eyes have been open. One thing you can say a lot of crap about social media, but one thing is that now we know we're all in this together. We know and realize the lies and deceit and deception that has been going on for centuries. And we know now and have the power and strength to discern those things that we thought were real that weren't, and vice versa. And now that you have people who are going to receive their karma within, now is the time. And it's going to be for the next 6 months, where you're going to see, not just here in your home life, in your, in your situation, in your life, also in the world. You're going to see people celebrating, because justice has been had. Justice will prevail. Justice does prevail, because the universe holds high regard for each one of its children. So now there's a celebratory feeling here, because you're going to see people that you're seeing it now. People are going down. Why? Judgment Day. The King of Cups. Well, it's all about the emotions. It's all about the feeling. Right now, it's all the feelings. Here's the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but this is Cancer season. That's what is happening right now. We are realizing how we feel is more important than we're feeling these lies out. We're feeling out and discerning what we're seeing and hearing and reading and watching. We're now coming to terms with what it is that we really want in our lives, right? And the people that are going and are getting their due justice. We're seeing it. People are in jail now. There's so much more to come. But don't forget, feel your way through all of the lies and deception. Whatever you read, whatever you see, whatever you hear, just feel your way through it. Don't believe everything. We tend to be very naive, especially when it comes to our personal life. We don't want to believe that, eyes wide open. Okay. Let's get one Whispers of Love card, Oracle, to to close up this beautiful reading that somehow got forgiveness. There it is. Forgiveness. Forgive them, for they know not what they do, right? I mean, that's what we have seen through the history of and the beginning of time. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. There it is. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. And here's the forgiveness. We must forgive those who unfortunately, through their eyes, they only knew and grew up. Seriously, with these 4 cards, some people only grew up from the time of inception. Their parents, whoever raised them, their teachers, their best friends, there was all manipulation, lies, deceit. So you have to forgive, because you don't know how someone grew up and you don't know what they've been through. We've seen that time and time again. So Judgment Day doesn't just come with, oh my God, I'm so glad so-and-so got their, it's not about that. It's about forgiving people who have done us wrong. And it's about love at the end of the day. Look at that beautiful forgiveness card. These are beautiful cards. So forgive those who have lied, deceived, manipulated, cheated, stolen, be it whatever from you. And mind you, that was a lesson that you needed to learn. Have a great day.